after losing a fumble on a sack yesterday, Mac Jones grabbed Panthers defensive end Brian Burns' foot while the ball was loose. And following the game, Carolina linebacker Hassan Reddick called out the Patriots rookie, saying the play was, quote, completely dirty. Shannon, was this a dirty play?
I disagree. I think he's trying to hold Brian Burns from going to get the football. The last thing I want to have happen, Skip, you hit me in my back, I fumble the football, and the ball is in the scrum, and all of a sudden you get up and get it. I'm just going to prevent you from getting the football. That's all I'm trying to do. Maybe one of my guys can fall on it. I'm just not going to allow you to go jump on the ball.
Is it illegal?
No, it's not illegal. No.
To grab a guy and hold on to him?
Skip, we see that all the time. The defender will get you and you fumble the ball. I'm going to hold you because I don't want you to get it, Skip. Now all of a sudden, I'm a defender.
Man, I saw this as dirty and dangerous because Brian Burns had to leave the game because it twisted his ankle, and then he tried to come back and hurt that same twisted ankle again. It was born of desperation and frustration, and it did show that Mac Jones has got a little edge to him, but I consider that dirty edge.
I think the thing is, when Brian was trying to get away, Skip, and you know when you're trying to get it, it wasn't like Mac Jones was twisting. Now, Skip, we've seen where guys actually roll and twist the guy's ankle, kind of like what Vontaze Burfict did to Ben Roethlisberger. That was dirty.
Yeah.
He's just trying to prevent it. If Brian Burns does not try to twist and roll to get his ankle free, Mac Jones is just going to hold him. But in the process of him twisting, trying to get away, Skip, I did not think this was dirty play because that's what I would have done if I was the fumble the ball. Oh, you're not going to get that recovery.
You're not going to grab him? That's
face mask.
That's a flag to me.
Face
that's
mask,
a big old yellow
collar.
flag.
Yes, you're not getting the football.
You ever see Tom Brady try to grab a lineman?
No, Tom Brady don't do anything. All he do is fall down.
Different.
He don't do
All right,
nothing.
Skip, Shannon, great stuff today. We're back same time tomorrow. The Herd, call and enjoy. Lots to say next. Stick around. No Odell Beckham Jr., no problem, as Baker Mayfield led the Browns to a 41-16 statement win over the rival Bengals. Cleveland's signal caller threw 2 touchdowns and addressed OBJ no longer being with the Browns. Baker wished him well and even went on as far as to call him a friend. Okay, maybe not. Shannon, are the Browns better without Odell?
Skip, that's a tired narrative. So what role did Odell play in the first, the Bengals are driving right down the field, and then Denzel Ward steps in front of Jamar Chase and goes 99 yards for a pick 6. And the other 2 turnovers that they created after that. Nick Chubb running for 10 yards a carry. Well, if you get 3 turnovers and one of them turns into a pick 6, and your running back is running for 10 yards a carry, that opens up the entire offense, which is play action, which is what the Cleveland Browns offense is predicated on, is that running the football, play action, and playing defense. When they put this Skip, remember, they spent a lot of money on the defense. They took 2 DBs from the Rams. They brought in Jadeveon Clowney. So they feeling really good that the strong suit of this team would be their defense. And finally, it showed up. It took the ball away. It gave the Browns extra possessions. Odell don't play no role in that. Odell doesn't play defense. Yeah, it's easy to say, well, Baker played so much better. But when Nick Chubb is running the football, this offense is predicated on running the football. You mentioned Kirk Cousins. What did Dalvin Cook do yesterday? He ran the football, and then play action set up everything after that. So when you can run the football in this offense, because this is the West Coast system, when you can run the football, it opens up your quarterback, and now the play action is going to be wide. Baker played well, Skip, but he only had to throw the ball 21 times. That's a good recipe. Keeping him under 30. When you start letting him get 30 plus, he gets into the 40s. Now that's telling me you can't run the football, you can't play action pass, and you're putting it all on Baker's shoulder. He played well, but Odell had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with winning this game. Browns didn't turn it over. They forced 3. 1 was a pick 6. That's what led to them winning this game, Skip. That's a lazy point. Odell. Man, Odell don't play defense. This is the best. I can make the case. This is the best the defense has played this game yesterday. And the Bengals are a very good offense. Joe Burrow, Chase, they got a nice tight end. They're a good team. Joe Mixon, P. Ryan, they can run the football, Skip. This is the best Cleveland's defense has played, and they took it to them. It's very frustrating, Skip. You going right down the field, you about to go up 7-0. So before Baker even gets on the field, Skip, it's 7-0. So I don't think Odell had anything to do with this. Give them credit. Baker played well yesterday. Only had to throw it 21 times, over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. That's good. That's a good recipe. Took 2 sacks, but he didn't put the ball in harm's way.
I tried to tell you this. I've been trying to tell you this all year long. Odell had everything to do with what happened yesterday. The fact that Odell was not there took a cloud up off this team. This team could heave a sigh of relief and start playing football the way it's meant to play football. I still think it's the best team on paper in the AFC, but it has to do it on the field. And you saw some firepower on display yesterday, because that was not just 14-7. This is 41-16, and you picked the Bengals to win that game.
I did.
And they were favored by 2.5 points at home, and I didn't even take the points. I said, I like Cleveland. I'll take Cleveland for 3 cases of Diet Mountain Dew, because I think they're just better than Cincinnati. And I think when the fog is lifted off this team, the Odell fog, because the weirdest dynamic written about on Friday on ESPN.com by my friend Jake Trotter, who does a great job covering the Cleveland Browns. He wrote about how the Baker Mayfield-Odell Beckham Jr. on-field relationship fell apart, because off the field, they are very close friends. That's what tormented everybody in the organization. As late as this past Labor Day, Odell and Baker and Jarvis and Austin Hooper flew together to Big Sky, Montana for a little getaway. So that's how close they were. They played video games in the locker room, in breaks before or after practice. And the point is that they were almost too close, and Baker became so Odell-centric, so Odell-conscious. And I still say Odell's just not what he used to be. Injuries have robbed him of some of his quickness and explosiveness and his electricity that he had in New York. I've not seen it in Cleveland. And Jake Trotter.
Freddie K show got something out of it.
Yeah.
You remember Freddie K first year there? Odell was over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Jake Trotter starts off his piece about a Week 9 incident. This is during the 2019 season, in which Baker got skewered for a whole week because he didn't throw to Odell, who broke free running up the sideline.
Right.
And a Cleveland insider says that's why Baker looked confused. That's how it went all year, which was so frustrating, is that Odell just ran the wrong route. He ran his own route. He ran an Odell route, and Baker took one look and thought, that's not where he's supposed to be, and he double clutched. And then he comes back to Jarvis, and it's incomplete. Well, that's what I saw the whole season, was double clutching, not sure, forcing the ball to Odell. I don't think Odell can stand up to being the featured receiver anymore. We're about to find out, and maybe out of spite, he's going to be on his last legs now, because he's going to get one last chance. But the point was yesterday, you saw the Cleveland Browns in all their glory without Odell, because the ball got spread. Look at the stats, where the passes go, because their leading receiver was Jarvis with 11 yards. Yeah. He caught 3 balls for 11 yards. Yeah. And scan down the list. There are, 5 receivers with 2.
Nobody caught more than 3 passes.
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm saying.
He was 14 to what? 14 to 19, 14 to 21?
Ball gets spread. And if we could see the throw to Peoples-Jones, I like Donovan Peoples-Jones. He can get past people, and he's a big, strong receiver out of Michigan. And I like, every time he catches the ball, I like the way he looks. This is Baker at his best, right in stride. And that was a big throw. That broke it open to 21-7.
Right.
And he later added almost a garbage time TD pass to Njoku. But Nick Chubb, to your point, he's really good.
Yeah.
And if we could see the 70-yarder on Nick Chubb, this man can fly. He is underrated fast. Once he hits a crack and gets in the secondary, watch the takeoff speed here. When I saw this live, I said that, because he's running. Right. Look how he's running from 3 DBs, right? Okay, so you got that going. And obviously the other running back, who's Thunder Lightning running back, is out for this. Yeah, and he'll be back at some point, because he's dealing with the same calf issue that Dak had. But the point is, they have firepower in spreading the ball to the receivers. And then their defense did a number on Joe Burrow yesterday, because he went down 5 times.
Yes.
And Greedy Williams got hurt. He's having a shoulder issue, and he went out fairly early, and they still got after him. And Troy Hill can blitz out of the slot about as well as anybody can this side of Honey Badger. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you're seeing how it all came together. And now they go to New England, where New England's going to be like a 2.5-point favorite. This is a big game. They've found themselves, albeit against your guy Sam Darnold, who's just a bust to me. I think he's washed up, done. I never liked him before the draft. But the point is, New England has caught fire, especially on defense. So this will be a big test for Baker and company to go in there. I like their chances. I like their chances down the schedule because they're going to get back-to-back games against Baltimore with a bye in the middle. I've never seen anything like that. They go to Baltimore, and then they have a bye, and then they get Baltimore at home.
I don't know who made that schedule.
Okay, and Baker's played well against Lamar.